Hi everybody, and welcome back to day 3 of the 2011 Thanksgiving cards with the Cricut. So today's card is another gatefold card, and our card looks like this. So as I said, this is going to be a really quick, simple card that you can make. So it is a gatefold card. So when you open it up, you have your greeting in the inside. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how you can make this quick and easy card. Okay everybody, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up the supplies so we can get started on day 3 of the series. And as I said before, we're going to be making the same style card, but we're just going to change up the front of the card and how it looks. So my card measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I've taken and scored it at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. And then once you've gone ahead and scored it on those two measurements, your card should look like this. So it folds out like so. And you want to make sure you go ahead and crease that really well so that it does stay closed. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and take my scoring tool and make sure that I've scored that down like so. Okay, so now let's talk about our top layers, or our panels. Each of my panels measures 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and this paper is from the K & Company stack by Tim Coffee. And I don't see a name on the paper pack. I've looked for it and there just doesn't seem to be one. But there's some really nice papers in here. And I like it because it's double-sided as well. So these would make a really nice mini album as well, or a fall mini album. And this particular paper has a raised effect or embossed effect on some of the leaves. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just get some tape on the back of these and get this laid down. Now I've gone ahead and inked my edges again with the Tim Holtz Gathered Twigs Distress ink. So now we're going to just go ahead and take the ATG gun and get some tape on both sides of the panels. And then we'll just go ahead and tape those down. So I've got tape on this one. I'm going to put that one aside, and I'm just going to go ahead and get my tape on the other one. And like I said before, the paper is double-sided. So you could even take this idea of the gatefold card and maybe have one side of the card panel this way and then one side that way, if you like. It's all in your imagination of what you really want to do. So what I've been doing is I've been starting with the left side first. So let's go ahead and get the left side down. But the other thing I want to make sure is I want to make sure I've got them even as to where I cut them. So this is going to be on our left side. So I'm going to open up the card. And I guess it really doesn't make a difference because I haven't put anything down here yet. So I actually should be going on this side. So I'm going to lay that down and press down. And then what I want to do is go ahead and lay down my next side. And because I want to get these as even as I can, I'm going to just lay this down. So now I've got that down on both sides. So now for my next layer, that piece, this is some cardstock. It's just the sheet that I picked up at Michael's. It doesn't have a name. And this piece is cut 3 inches by 4 inches. And I've gone ahead also and inked my edges using the gathered twigs again. And I'm going to put this aside. And then what I want to do is go ahead and add my top layer. So now what I've used for the top layer is I've gone ahead and used my Lyrical Letters cartridge. And what I've cut out is on page 66. And it is this leaf set right here. So on your Gypsy, let's see what key that is. That is key number 39. And it looks like this. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've gone ahead and cut that out at 2 inches. And then for my Happy Thanksgiving, the Happy Thanksgiving is on page 67, and it is this one right here. And what you're going to do to get these to come up is, this is going to be for the Happy Thanksgiving. That is key number 40. So to get that, I have to hit the jumbo key right here, and then I hit the Happy Thanksgiving, which is key number 40. So what you would do for the leaf is the same thing. You would hit the jumbo key over here, and then key number 39. And the Happy Thanksgiving, with the Happy Thanksgiving, what I did was I did cut that out with the height being 1.5, but I changed the width by hitting my aspect ratio button right here, and I just squeezed that in till it fit in my little square that I have here. That's on my layer 1, because I knew that it had to fit inside this piece, which measures 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I just kept squeezing the width until I got it to fit in there. So now we're going to go ahead and just take this down onto that layer. So we'll get our tape around the edges, and then we'll get our tape in the middle. And then I'm just going to go ahead and line this up on here. And this does feel a little different for me because I haven't put any ribbon, or I'm not putting any bling on there. So I wanted to make these quick and simple because I had to make so many of them within a certain amount of time. So now the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and line this up. And I'm going to get this out the way so that we can set it up that the gatefold opens only on this side. You don't want to put tape all the way on the back of here because then it won't open. So you just want to put tape on your left side. But first what I'm going to do is line up where I want it to show on the card. And then once again I'm going to take my pencil and make just a light pencil mark once I get it where I want it. And excuse me, I'm going to need to pull this close to me just for a second. Okay, so I want it to line up right there. And I'm just going to put a light pencil mark. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my tape on the left side. The other thing I did was I made sure that I got rid of the marking that I had here on the back. At the time when I cut these, I just was cutting them and marking them with the sizes not realizing that I should have put on the side where I knew when you open up the card you would see the actual measurement. So don't do what I just did on mine. So when you flip that over, you'll be putting the tape on the right side. So let's go ahead and get our tape. And remember, you're only going to go halfway, because we only want to have this tape down on one side. So now I'm going to open this up and find my pencil mark and then line up my left side with that pencil mark. And then I'm just going to go ahead and press down. So now you have your gatefold, which opens like so. So now let's go ahead and put in our sentiment in the inside. And I'm not going to put any paper or cover this or anything, because we're going to make these really quick and simple. So the stamp set that I'm using, or the stamp that I'm using, and I'm using this with my stamp press, is this stamp set that's a Studio 112. And I got this at Joann's. The Studio G's come from Michael's, and the Studio 112s come from Joann's. So I'm going to go ahead and ink my stamp up, and what I'm going to use this time is the Tim Holtz Distress Ink, the Wild Honey. So let's get our stamp inked up. Make sure we get ink all the way on around and cover it on our stamp. And then I'm going to bring up my pad so I can get a really good image. Set up and line up where I want my image to be. And then I'm just going to press down and then bring it up. So what I've stamped out is give thanks, and then it just has some little flowers down here at the bottom. So that's it, everybody. That's day 3 of the 2011 Thanksgiving cards with the Cricut. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to come back for day 4. Bye.